Hello and welcome to Oweleketv News. I am Confidence Oko. Thank you for joining us. Now the news headlines. Federal government approves 19.24 billion naira for training of non-graduate N-Power recipients. Bill to limit migration of Nigerian doctors described as unworkable by federal government. US government declares visa restrictions on some Nigerians. And in sports, Jose Peseiro's one-year contract with the Nigerian Football Federation expires. Welcome back, and now the news in details. According to the Federal Road Safety Corps, approximately 40,000 people pass away in the nation's traffic accidents each year. Dauda Biu, Corps Marshal of the FRSC, made this announcement at events honoring the 7th Global Road Safety Week. These figures, he claimed, were the unholy statistics of traffic accidents and injuries, which were a major source of fatalities and disabilities. In addition, he said that 50 million injuries and 1.3 million deaths occur annually throughout the world. He claims that since pedestrians and cyclists account for 1 out of every 4 fatalities in road traffic crashes, there is no bigger threat to those between the ages of 5 and 29. The head of the FRSC claimed that the UN had created a global strategy for the Decade of Action for Road Safety 2021 to 2030. He claimed that it demonstrated an ambitious goal to cut traffic-related fatalities and injuries by 50% by 2020. The All Progressive Congress zoning of the 10th Assembly leadership has been rejected by the governors of North Central. The governors have scheduled a meeting with Bola Tinubu and Abdullahi Adamu, the party's chairman. Senator Govt and Senator Jibrin Barao were microzoned by the APC to serve as Senate President and Deputy Senate President, respectively, while Honorable Tajuddin Abbas was chosen to run for Speaker and Benjamin Kalu to serve as Deputy Speaker. The governors, however, reached this decision after their meeting with zone-wide NASS presiding office candidates on Monday at the Presidential Villa, Abuja's Banquet Hall. We'll now be going on a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. A bill that seeks to limit the migration of the Nigerian doctors to countries with what are viewed as greener pastures is now being discussed by the National Assembly. But the federal government has deemed it unworkable. This was disclosed by Senator Chris Ngige, Minister of Labour and Employment, at the Federal Executive Council meeting at the State House in Abuja, which was presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Ngige claimed that the bill violates current labor regulations in response to resident doctors' plan to go on a 5-day warning strike over perceived attempts to prohibit medical and dental graduates from practicing anywhere for 5 years. The sponsor of the bill, Lagos State Representative Ganiu Johnson, had argued that the action would stop the enormous departure of medical professionals from the nation. The total amount of 19.24 billion naira has been granted by the federal government for the training of 50,000 non-graduate N-Power recipients and the purchase of taxiway lighting systems for the airports in Port Harcourt, Lagos and Abuja. The money also serves to furnish the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency's 10-story offices in Victoria Island, Lagos, and to provide consulting services for the Dadin Kowa 40-megawatt power plant in Gombe State. After the Federal Executive Council meeting, Sadiya Farouk, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Social Development and Disaster Management, and her counterparts in the Ministries of Aviation, Education and Water Resources made this information public to journalists. The federal government authorized 4 of its agencies to teach 50,000 non-graduate N-Power recipients for 9 months in March 2023. The National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, Industrial Training Fund, National Institute of Transport Technology and Hydraulic Equipment Development Institutes are a few of them. Up next is international news after the break. Welcome back. As US President Joe Biden transitions away from COVID-19 restrictions known as Title 42, which allowed agents to quickly expel many migrants to Mexico over the past 3 years, the US government has disclosed that there will be tougher consequences for migrants entering the country illegally through the southern border. According to Blas Nunes Neto, a representative of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, the number of migrants apprehended crossing the border illegally has significantly decreased from highs reached last week since Title 42 terminated on Friday. According to Nunes Neto, apprehensions have decreased as a result of Biden's implementation of a stricter standard for asylum claims at the border and the creation of additional overseas legal routes for immigrants, while border security has been stepped up in countries for the South. Now in sports, Jose Peseiro's one-year contract with the Nigeria Football Federation expired on Monday, and the federation has decided not to continue contract negotiations with him. The NFF announced Peseiro's appointment as the Eagles' new coach on May 15, 2022, taking Austin Eguavoen's place as he returned to his position as the federation's technical director. After Franco-German coach Gernot Rohr was fired in December 2021, Eguavoen took over. He assisted the squad in making it to the round of 16 in the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, but they were unable to advance to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Under the Portuguese coach's guidance, the Eagles have put up lackluster displays, winning only 3 of the 8 games since the 67-year-old manager had taken over. And just before we go, we'll join Hadiza Galadima for entertainment tidbits.
Thank you, Confidence, and welcome to Entertainment Tidbits. Congratulations are in order as Hilda Effiong Bassi, popularly called Hilda Bassi, has set a new Guinness World Record for the longest cooking marathon by an individual. Hilda set a record on the 15th of May 2023 of 100 hours of cooking, surpassing the former record holder, an Indian chef, Lata Tondor, of 87 hours, 45 minutes and 00 seconds. Now moving over to the Nigerian industry, where the Nigerian movie industry has been thrown into shock again as yet another veteran Nollywood actor, Chikezie Ohaize, dies in USA after a second brain surgery. This is coming few hours after the sudden death of 2 popular Nigerian actors, Saint Obi and Murphy Afolabi. May the Lord rest their souls. Now over to the movie scenes, where Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Super Mario Bros. The movie tops box office again. The Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a 2023 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics superhero team, Guardian of the Galaxy. It was released on the 15th of May 2023 and was directed by James Gunn and has grossed over $528.8 million worldwide, while the Super Mario Bros. The movie is a computer animated film that was released on March 2023 and has grossed over $1.2 billion globally. That's it on Entertainment Tidbits. Join me again tomorrow for more entertainment updates. I am Hadiza Galadima.
Thank you very much, Hadiza. And that's it on Oweleketv News. But before we go, here is a recap of the headlines. Federal government approves 19.24 billion naira for training of non-graduate N-Power recipients. Bill to limit migration of Nigerian doctors described as unworkable by the federal government. U.S. government declares visa restrictions on some Nigerians. And in sports, Jose Peseiro's one-year contract with the Nigeria Football Federation expires. Please subscribe and follow our YouTube channel if you haven't, and you can also follow our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter handles at Oweleketv, or go to our website on Oweleketv to catch up with all our news stories. Till I come your way next time, I am Confidence Uku. Thank you for watching.